It is Browns. It is Browns. It's the dog pound versus my Pittsburgh Steelers week. So I got to get hyped all weekend, y'all. Got to get hyped. Thank you for tapping in to Premier Sports Talk. I am your host, Randy Prentice. I'm going to give you the Week 6 NFL matchups and who the current favorites are. I'm a little hyped today, y'all. I'm a little hyped today. I'm a big-time Deion Sanders supporter. And if you don't know, you're about to know. Deion Sanders' son, Shador Sanders, has been named QB2 up there in the land of Cleveland, in the Cleveland, Ohio. So I'm feeling kind of good. I'm feeling kind of good. If y'all could do me a favor, first of all, I'm Randy Prentice, the host of Premier Sports Talk. And yes, I'm feeling good, y'all. The reason why I'm feeling good is because Shador has finally been named QB number 2. And my Steelers, big time AFC North rivalry, is playing those Cleveland Browns, y'all. Let me know who your favorite NFL team is. Put that in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So without any further ado, I'm going to give you the Week 6 NFL matchups. Week 6 NFL matchups, along with who's the favorites. Reason why I'm giving you the favorites and the point spreads, because you can take that information and do with it as you wish. I get on here, go to a little, I won't even say the app, but I go on there and I get on there and do some recreational picks. And I'm doing pretty good. I crossed over the $500 plateau the other night. And I just want to keep rising and rising and rising to the top. And so without any further ado, again, I'm Randy Prentice, the host of Premier Sports Talk. Premier Sports Talk have reached over 2,000 subscribers, y'all. I didn't think I would hit that number, but you all have been blessing the channel. We have reached over 2,000 subscribers. So the next, I put some more rocket fuel into my tank. Going to shoot for the 3,000 subscribers. So thank you all for blessing the channel. So as we all know the NFL week kicked off last night on Thursday Night Football, and nobody thought, at least I ain't gonna say nobody. I know Brooks. He's a big time New York Giants fan. He subscribed to the channel. So I want to say congratulations, Brooks. Congratulations. Your New York Giants welcomed in the Philadelphia Eagles, and what I thought was an impossible task, they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Matter of fact, they manhandled the Philadelphia Eagles, and they beat them 34-17. I watched that game. At least I watched it until halftime. Ended up dozing off, and ended up waking up early this morning, and I watched the game highlights. Jackson Dart didn't do good last week, but he balled out last night. Scatterboot, our running back, he was running all over him. He got 2 touchdowns also, doing backflips. I could tell he got a gymnastics background. Let me turn this down a little bit, y'all. He got a gymnastics background doing flips. I'm afraid he gonna get hurt. But Scatterboot, the Giants balled out last night, y'all. Those Giants balled out. So if any of you all took the Giants with 7.5 point underdogs in that game. So I'm glad I didn't put anything on that game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought Philadelphia was gonna take it to the Giants, but it was the other way around. The Giants, put their foot off into the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So of course I'll support any Pennsylvania team. I'm born and raised from Pittsburgh. That's why you see me with my throwback Le'Veon Bell jersey there. You know, I'm so looking forward to this dog pound matchup against the Cleveland Browns. I'm even happier that I can't get it out of my spirit. Shador Sanders finally got elevated to QB number 2. The next game is coming on. We got coming on early in the morning on Sunday. They're playing over in London. The Denver Broncos are playing the New York Jets. The Denver Broncos are currently, what's their record right now? What's their record right now? I don't know. I don't know. But I tell you this, the Broncos are 7.5 point favorites in that game. I do know the Jets are on 5. Um, I'm really worried about that first year coach. I know his last name is Glenn. I'm worried about him getting fired because them owners up there in New York, Jets, they don't play. They'll fire the whole staff. You know, when they had Aaron Rodgers last year, you know, they was marching to the beat of what Aaron Rodgers wanted, and none of it helped. But coaches got fired, staff got fired, you know. But the I don't foresee the Jets getting their first win. They are 7.5 point underdogs, y'all. Um, y'all, I feel safe with even uh, don't take the points. It's only seven. It's 7.5. I think I know the Broncos are going to cover that spread and take care of the Jets. That game is a 1 o'clock game, y'all. The next game is coming along, and I feel really bad. I've been watching the last two games with the Arizona Cardinals. Hey, what's up, Ethan? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, you trying to say my Steelers ain't no good? Oh, come on, man. It is what it is. Hey, well, let me know who your team is, Ethan Jackson. Let me represent your team. What city you in? Come on now. You wanna throw a blow? Represent your team. We winning our division. You still wanna hate on. You know what? I know it's been a while since my team won a Super Bowl. It's been a long while. But Mike Tomlin, you know, he got the he hasn't had hold on. Let's go to B more. B more? Yeah, that's why you hating on me. You a Raven. Y'all was 2 years ago. You know, those Ravens, the Buffalo Bills has been y'all nemesis. Lamar Jackson can't win, we know I see Lamar Jackson's already been ruled out. Lamar Jackson's been ruled out for this Sunday too. Um, so y'all gonna lose again this weekend, y'all. Y'all gonna lose again. What you say here? Town Houston, oh yeah, our defiance is great. Okay, okay. But Lamar Jackson ain't playing this weekend, so I do not foresee y'all winning. I just don't foresee it. I just don't foresee it. Hey, do me a favor, y'all. I see there's 11 in here. I can see all y'all comments. Let me know where you're from. Let me know who your team is. Hit that thumbs up button. The reason why I asked for y'all to hit that thumbs up button because it pushes the channel out. It pushes the channel out in the YouTube algorithm. The more people comment, put hit the thumbs up button. It pushes it out and it helps the channel grow. I just want to thank you all for blessing the channel. I can't believe how you all blessed the channel. Channel just started on the 4th of July, and we got already 2,000 subscribers. But without you all, there would no be no Premier Sports Talk. Would not be. Thank you for respecting my Steelers. Thank you for respecting my Steelers. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I look good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. It's the big time rivalry game, y'all. Cleveland Browns got one of the top defensive in the NFL. Myles Garrett said, he's looking to cook on Aaron Rodgers and sacking him, and I foresee that happening. But I also see T.J. Watt coming in and sacking Dylan Gabriel a couple times. I see Dylan Gabriel getting the ball squatted down. I don't want to see him get hurt. I don't want to see no player ever get hurt in the NFL. I want him to play respectfully. I don't want to see Dylan Gabriel get hurt just so Shador Sanders can get in. Kevin Stefanski just about 2 hours ago announced that he's finally letting promoted Shador Sanders up to the number 2 quarterback. And being a number 2 quarterback, you don't get any reps during the week. They only give you 10 plays as an emergency backup script just in case the starting quarterback goes out. So that is what it is. But let me get back on track here. The Indianapolis Colts is taking on the Arizona Cardinals. They have lost. Arizona Cardinals have lost. Kyler Murray, shocked, sitting on a bench. They've been zooming in on him. At the end of the game, he's always Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, the last two games, has been coming down in the fourth quarter, scoring drives to go ahead, all to see them leaving too much time with the other team, and they end up losing the game. Cardinals lost a couple of heartbreakers the last 2 weeks. But the Colts, there's a lot of teams 7.5 point favorites. The Colts are 7.5 point favorites over the Cardinals. That daggone, on any given Sunday, any team could lose, y'all. On any given Sunday, any team could lose. It is what it is. But Daniel Jones, he was trash for the Giants, but he's been balling out up there with the Colts. Colts is winning their division. They've been a surprise team of the year. But again, the Colts are 7.5 point favorites over the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I will say this: if the Cardinals travel to Indianapolis, they're going to lose. If the Colts travel to Arizona, then I'm gonna take the Cardinals to win. I got to see who's going to be where to decide who's going to win that particular game. The next game, the Dog Pound. I can't even call my team the Steeler Nation no more, y'all. I can't call my team. I can't call my Pittsburgh Steelers the Steel Curtain. Our defensive line has been trash, y'all. They've been trash. You can put 3 Mack trucks on the line, and people will still run through us. We've been horrible against the run. Um, uh, Joey Porter Jr., he was out with a hamstring pull. He's coming back. He's coming back this week. I know Jalen Ramsey, um, he was out with a hamstring pull. I got to look into the depth chart to see if he's been moved up to be able to be in that game, because I would love to have Joey Porter Jr. and Jalen Ramsey in this game to pick off Jalen Ramsey, y'all. My Steelers are only 5.5 point favorites. I've been listening to a lot of Cleveland. I'll be on YouTube listening to ESPN Cleveland, 92.3 The Fan. The reason why I be tapped in on Cleveland Sports Channel up there to try to get all kind of Shador Sanders content, and I push it out to you all. But like I said, Cleveland got a hellified defense, and if they can get to Rodgers, they got an opportunity to win the game. But the Cleveland Browns have not won in Pittsburgh in over 10 years, y'all. In over 10 years. We did lose to them last year, um, away up in Cleveland. And that's when Jameis Winston was in. We had a lead. Jameis Winston brought the team back playing, and it started pouring down snow. And we our team made for the snow out there in cold ass Pittsburgh. And then Jalen Winston, Florida boy, played for Florida State, came back and beat my Pittsburgh Steelers. So we need to return and bring the pain back on them. But like I said, my Steelers is only 5.5 point favorites with that. Y'all already know I'm taking my Steelers over the Browns. Put some more comments in here for me, y'all. It's free to hit that thumbs up. If you're first time tapping in, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep the channel growing. Let's keep the channel growing. Seahawks. Seahawks is playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars are currently 3-1. They've been coming around. Travis Hunter's coming to NFL form. He's been playing on offense and defense. You know, he ain't been balling out like he played in Colorado, but he's been playing, y'all. He's been looking good. Um, what's crazy is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They traded one of their number 1 draft picks, quarterbacks, off to the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Browns. They did a player for player number 1 draft pick swap. George Newsome. He's in his contract year. They didn't want to pay all that money. He got sent off to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It happened on Wednesday, and I forget the dude's name from Jacksonville Jaguars, but they're both the same age, but he's already got paid by the Jacksonville Jaguars. That contract money is on the Jacksonville Jaguars salary cap. So basically, they just did a 1-for-1 swap. Who's favored? The Jacksonville Jaguars is favored by 1.5 points in that game. I don't care for the Seattle Seahawks, so I'm taking Travis Hunter. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence, y'all, though. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. He brought the team back last week, but I just don't trust Trevor Lawrence. But they're 1.5 point favorites. That can be anybody's game there. Who's next? Chargers. They lost last week. Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Chargers lost last week. They're playing the Miami Dolphins. As you all know, and if you don't know, now you're about to know, Tyreek Hill had a devastating knee injury. It was horrible. When they showed the replay, I mean, he twisted his knee all up, total knee reconstruction, tore his ACL, MCL. This was his last year on his contract. We got to be careful what we say, because what we say and we put out here in this atmosphere, it comes to existence. Tyreek Hill was talking all that mess, talking about he wanted to be traded. And it looks like he may not even be playing football for the Miami Dolphins next year. I don't think with that injury, Miami's going to pick him up next year and give him a new contract. You know, that's a hard knee injury to come back from. Hard injury, but you know, my prayers is out to Tariq Hill. You know, and anytime I had double hip replacement, y'all surgery, you know, back to back. You know, I know how it is to be trying to recover from injuries. So, you know, he's 38, he's 30 something years old. So, you know, I just wish the best for Tyreek Hill. Like I said, I don't want to see nobody get injured. Y'all, please, please, please help the channel. You know, keep hitting that thumbs up button. It'll push the channel out to more people. Thank you all for blessing the channel. All you all that's currently the 2,000 subscribers, I call you all my premier soldiers. I thank you all for watching all the shorts. You know, what's mind blowing, y'all, is that there has been over 3.3 million views, y'all. I'm gonna put that in my. I'm going to. What's up, Travis? What's up? I'm gonna get to you, boy. I told you when I saw you earlier today. I'm gonna talk about your Falcons. I didn't forget. I didn't forget. But um, you know, thank you all for being. You know, tap into the channel, Premier Sports. I call you all my Premier Soldiers, like I said. You know, and you know, just keep rising, keep on rising, keep on rising, keep on rising. I just gotta wait till I get to those Falcons, y'all. I got brother Travis in here. He's a good dude, y'all. But I told him when I saw him earlier, you know, they taking on the Buffalo Bills. They taking on the Buffalo Bills. They had a bye week last week, like my Steelers is. But there ain't no. I got a lot of I got a whole lot of Falcons fans in here, and I said I ain't gonna bash, you know, my subscribers and their teams too much. I'm gonna be courteous, but I just don't see. Travis done sidetracked me. I just don't see the Falcons. The Buffalo lost last week. I don't see the Bills. They play Monday night. I don't see the Bills traveling here to ATL. That's where I currently reside at. I don't see them traveling in here and the Bills losing back-to-back games. Okay? But the Chargers are 4.5-point favorites over the Seahawks. The Chargers lost last week, and I don't see the Chargers losing back-to-back games. Okay, who we got? Titans. The Titans. The Tennessee Titans finally got their first win, y'all. They're playing the Las Vegas Raiders. Geno Smith has been playing terribly. I bet the Raiders wish they would have drafted Shador Sanders. Geno Smith has been playing terribly. I think he had 2 or 3 interceptions last week. I don't even know who the Oh, they got Kenny Pickett. They took Kenny Pickett from the Cleveland Browns, you know, right before the season started. So I think Geno Smith, if he starts out poorly, I think he's going to get pulled out that game, and then Kenny Pickett's going to get put in as the starter, y'all. Hey, keep hitting that thumbs up button. Keep hitting that thumbs up button, y'all. Let's see. Let's see. What's the point spread on that game? What's the point spread on that game? The Raiders are 3.5-point favorites in that game. 3.5-point favorites. I want Cam Ward. I want Cam Ward to get his second win. That win they got last week was crazy. Cam Ward threw like 2 interceptions. You know, he was making a comeback. He threw an interception in the fourth quarter. That was crazy. That was crazy. The cornerback ran all the way down the other way. Before he crossed the line, he flipped the ball. They got called a fumble. They got the ball back. Cam Ward threw a touchdown. Uh, the other team got the ball back. They fumbled. Cam Ward brought the team back. They got the first win. You know, Cam Ward, you know, he sparked the fire under his team last week. He did a press conference. It was crazy, y'all. He said his team was ass, been playing like ass, yeah, like a donkey. He said his team been playing like a donkey. And he also said he was playing like ass also. So he rose up to the occasion. I was happy that Cam Ward finally, you know, NFL #1 draft pick, finally got his first pick. Next game is Lions and the Chiefs. Chiefs has been in a slump, y'all. They've been in a slump. I don't even foresee them making it to the playoffs if they don't dig themselves out of this. I got the Lions gonna beat. I'm taking the Lions over the Chiefs. You know, I don't think the Chiefs is hungry. They got them Super Bowl wins. I just don't think they're hungry anymore. I'm not saying Mahomes ain't hungry. I'm saying the team as a whole, I don't feel like they're hungry anymore. Let's see who they got favorite. They got the Chiefs favorite 1.5 points. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, here we go. Here we go. Buffalo Bills is in the Monday. There's two Monday night football games, y'all. One starts at 7:15, one starts at 8:15. Who we got in here? We got Kenneth saying the Lions, they deserve it. Yeah, yeah. I want the Lions to beat the Chiefs. I want the Lions to beat the Chiefs. You know why I want the Lions to beat the Chiefs? Because the Lions is in the NFC and the Chiefs is in the AFC. And if my Steelers can pull it off and win the division, hopefully we can finally get a playoff win with my Pittsburgh Steelers, and it'll make it an easier path. Let Rodgers ride off into the sunset. At least let our Steelers get back to the Super Bowl. It's been a long, long time. We ain't been in the Super Bowl since Green Bay Packers beat us. Matter of fact, Aaron Rodgers was playing for the Green Bay Packers when they came back and beat us in the Super Bowl. But the Bills, let's see, what's the point spread? Hey, Travis, the point spread is 4.5 point favorites. Travis, I know you ain't a bet man, but I would not take the Falcons and the points. I wouldn't do it, y'all. I just would not do it. I got the Bills winning that game. Who do y'all think gonna win that game, y'all? Who do y'all think's gonna win that game? All right, the next Monday night game is the Bears. Caleb Williams, y'all. He has been balling out. Finally, the Bears are finally looking good this season. Caleb Williams, whoever that coach named Ben Johnson, that came from the Detroit Lions. He's made a difference for the Lions. He's turned Caleb Williams all the way around. Bears versus the Commanders. So we got a Caleb Williams and the Jalen Daniels matchup. Oh, I'm a big time Jalen Daniels fan. So of course I'm gonna take the Commanders. I gotta take the Commanders, y'all. Let's see what the point spread is. Commanders are favored by 4.5 points. Favored by 4.5 points. What you say? What you say? Travis says Atlanta gonna win to keep up their momentum. You know what? Travis, like I saw you earlier today. Travis is from Atlanta, Georgia. He's a diehard, faithful Falcons fan. I used to tell him in the previous years, I used to tell Travis that all the times they've been losing, I reside here in Atlanta, Georgia, and Travis always say, like the rest of the Falcons fans say, wait till next year, wait till next year. And I told Travis, he can wear his, keep being a proud Falcons fan, wearing his Falcons gear. But I told him, you know, I told him that I told him that under his clothes he's wearing another team's underwear, y'all. I told him he could. I gave him permission to put on some Pittsburgh Steelers underoos. I told him that, y'all. I told him that. So he can look. The Falcons ain't been winning. I got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I told him that they're going to win the division with against the Atlanta Falcons. You know, depends on what the Falcons do. They got a Dijon Robinson. He is one hell. I got to put the light up because I didn't cut this back. I didn't cut this back light on. Dijon Robinson's been balling out and running. He's been the truth. So y'all got hope, but I don't foresee y'all winning the division, the Falcons. I do foresee y'all possibly getting a wild card. So, it is what it is. But um, thank you all for supporting the channel. I do plan on, I'm a big time Deion Sanders family supporter. Colorado plays at home. There's two people that I got to tap into and see if they're going to allow me to collaborate the Colorado game against Iowa State. It's not a late night game. That game comes on at 3:15. And if they do allow me to collaborate them, they're actually in Colorado, boots on the ground. They do a Colorado buff. They call it buff walkthrough, where they're walking outside during the tailgates and everything and giving live game reaction. And then they do a pre-game inside the stadium. I mean, field level, the team warming up. That's always good to tap into. 2 weeks ago, though, they had the daggone security They stopped them from this first time it happened, but they wouldn't allow them to um, post the live video there. So, but it was before the game, so I don't know why they let them do that, y'all. I don't know why they didn't let them do it. So I know they're going to be more careful to keep the live feed going on. But again, thank you all for subscribing to the channel. I come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays and Friday, I bring you NFL content. Wednesday, I do college football top 12 rankings. I just started on Fridays. Talk to me, say what's on your mind. I want to get to know everybody that subscribe to the channel. Let y'all drop comments in. You know. Um, and just do more live reaction. This is big though. On Sunday, I do live game, 1 o'clock, live game reactions here in Atlanta. I go to Sports Cafe. The establishment has over 32 TVs, y'all. Over 32 TVs. Is getting dark, so I can't be on here talking too much longer. But they have over 32 TVs, and it's always fun. I get a lot of interaction on that. But again, thank you all for blessing the channel. Thank you for all for being with my Premier Soldiers. If it's your first time tapping in, subscribe. Let's keep rising and rising to the stratosphere. Thank you for being a blessing to me, and may you receive a blessing back double fold to Premier Sports Talk. If you didn't know, now you know. Y'all have a blessed evening and a beautiful weekend.